guys, welcome to the show.
Victors with Victor.
Yes, like, share, comment, and also remember to follow Vinn and Leni on and subscribe on YouTube, on their YouTube channel. Amazing content. Yeah, karibuni tena guys. It's really amazing having you in the show once again, and I must say I'm really honored. We've been talking about this for almost 1 year, last year actually, and now it's happening. So it's a dream come true. We should actually be popping some champagne, in celebration to this. What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink?
Wine, vodka, whiskey?
I wanted to say passion juice. So you mean pombe? A pombe, maybe vodka.
Ah, okay.
Or beer. No, it's beer.
Beer. You don't like wine?
Oh, I love white wine.
Red wine.
White.
White. Oh, and
Yes.
Red wine.
Red wine. Okay. I'm sorry, Leni.
What is happening?
What is happening? It's Victor's with Victor.
Thank you.
And I'm going to be your bum. Unfortunately, we don't have white wine. But we
It's
have
okay,
red
it's
wine.
okay.
Yeah.
And you?
I'm not going to market this. My favorite drink is mango juice. She's laughing. Why are you laughing? We used to go.
Every Kenyan is drinking mango juice like him. Every time he's ordering mango juice, you can have a.
I'm gonna start with Leni first.
Yes.
My family, they've been laughing because we've been trying different restaurants. We've been at the coast. They had a nice drink menu, and this guy, every time he was ordering mango juice.
Your husband?
Mango juice.
Your husband?
My husband, yes.
Oh my god.
Dankeschön.
Bitte. Bitte.
And you? You're not
bitte.
drinking?
No, I'm not. You know, it's funny because you laughed. We used to party with this guy, and when everybody would order like vodka, whiskey, I was ordering water, juice.
Actually, it's better.
You'd be shocked. I never tasted alcohol in my entire life. Yeah.
And you're giving us alcohol here.
No, but this is wine I'm giving you.
This is wine.
And it doesn't mean that if you are my friend and you want to take something, I can deny you the opportunity or judge you for taking it. Are you judging me for not drinking?
No.
Thank you. That's
Cheers.
why I'm not judging you for not drinking.
Cheers.
Oh, wait.
So you're joking?
Leo tuko show ni kukunywa fofofo.
You already know. Cheers.
Cheers.
Prost.
Life is too short.
Post.
Prost. That's right.
You want to try this?
9.
You want to try this? You know what it is?
I think it's liquor.
Try it. Even with your tongue, you can just do that.
Yeah.
Doubting Thomas. You wanna try it?
Sure, I'm curious.
You guys are doubting Thomas. I told you I don't drink, and just because I pulled it.
So it's a
What
soda.
is it? It's a soda.
The way you are saying it, like it's a hard liquor.
Yes, I was trying. It's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue the show. Marriage. That's a big topic that we could have. But you guys now have been together for a while. Even if you just recently got married, but you have spent some time staying together, Cindy.
Yes.
Yeah. What is it that you would advise this person here wants to get married?
Yeah, I think it's important that you know the person you want to marry, that you know this person very well. And I think for me it's good if you try staying together before you get married, so you know if it can work or if it won't work. I know some people, they are not moving together because of cultural things, like it's their decision not to move together before they get married. But if you're okay with moving together, I think it's good to give it a try before you actually get married and move in together. Yes. Because once you're staying together, you get to know each other so well, and you're gonna know if it will work or if it won't.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell that person who wants to get married? This one, they won't watch you.
I would advise you go for it if you feel like she or he is the right person for you. First, go for it, and yeah, like Lenny said, it's so important to, stay together and know each other's, good part, like good side and bad side, and then you can decide if you wanna keep that person or not. Yeah.
Yes, it's a big commitment.
Mm-hmm.
The rate of divorce has gone high now. What do you guys think is the biggest contributor to that today? Because the statistics are high right now, isn't it?
Yes, I think people, they don't like to be committed. Like in every situation, it's like, I think back then people used to have a job and they've been staying with this job for the rest of their lives. And nowadays you're changing your jobs quickly, you're changing the sports you're doing quickly, and I think people, they're also changing their partner. So, and divorce. Yes.
Like job, like
No,
sports,
okay.
like partners,
Okay.
like food,
It's
like
not-
clothes, like drinks.
No, it's not the same, but I feel like the younger generations, they're not good in committing.
Yeah, everybody is running away from everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most of the things, it's like, you find your partner and they have a bit of, casoro, like you're
Not perfect.
not perfect, but you feel like, okay, let me find someone perfect, of which there's no one who's perfect. So
Yes.
instead of you staying there and making them, be how you want them to be, not leaving and trying to find someone. That's what most of the people are.
Yes. Actually, this is a really good point. I think people, they
Look for perfection.
yes, and they don't want to work on things. They don't want to work things out. It's not easy being married. It's not easy being in a relationship.
Yes.
And once it's getting hard, people love to run away. But you're not supposed to run away when you're married. You are supposed to work on your things. Even Vinn and me, we had some issues. We're having issues sometimes, but we're working on them. And it's not the end of the world having an issue. You just have to work on it.
I must say, I appreciate the fact that you are telling people that, marriage is not a bed of roses.
Yes.
And you have to plant your flower. Because people receive roses and they're like, wow, it smells good. It's beautiful, but they don't know the work that has been done to get that. Yeah. So it's really, you guys are an inspiration to most of us, and I wish you all the best. I know also the work that you guys are doing now, into the work. Like I was saying, last year we were sitting at my apartment and we were talking about starting a show, and it was mostly for Vinn, and then all of a sudden me and you were pushing him.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we were like, Vinn, you're very potential, you have followers, people love you, and you have love for your community, you should start doing something, you should start creating some content and starting your show. Because I remember there was a TV show that they were calling you for.
Yes.
And I was like, I wasn't really sure if I wanted him to do like a TV show. Now things are changing, and that's why we're starting to do YouTube. Nobody's watching TV today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the same way when I went to that radio audition and it went through, the conditions that I was getting, I love to travel, I travel a lot. So they're like, yeah, so you have to be here every day. I saw the contract and I was like, no, this is not my thing. Yeah, because then it would just enslave me to be doing this every morning, and I don't want to be programmed. I want to be doing different. Like, look at us.
You don't want to commit to one job.
To one woman, yes. To one job, no.
Yes, but I understand. I feel you.
Yeah, but this is right as well, like Victor said, you know, when you have this job, like you have to commit to this job, like your surrounding is there, you know, you're not getting to see other things outside the world, you know, and like if you love traveling, so it's
Yes.
something, I mean, I would do too.
Yeah,
Yes.
traveling
Yes.
and
And
I
actually-
mean, you also well traveled around East Africa right now, Sindio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see how fun it is, how
Yeah,
it
yeah,
opens
true,
your mind,
true,
and now
totally.
you started doing videos.
Yeah.
You're doing really good content, and also I think you are traveling. I think you're traveling tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for me, you see how much you gain from traveling and how enlightening it is.
Exactly.
So for somebody to tell you, hey Vin, you can't travel, you have to do a 9 to 5 every day, it's boring. For me,
Yeah,
it's
Yes.
boring.
Actually, for us.
Yes.
What about you?
Yes, for me as well.
Leni, you're a social worker. I'm a social worker, community developer, come movement therapist as well. Have you been practicing?
As a social worker.
Yeah.
Yeah, like during my studies, I was doing this internship, and I was always working during my studies, and I was volunteering in Germany 1 year to find out if this is the right thing. But like now it's my time, because I just finished my studies recently. It's my time to start the real
So you haven't
real
started?
job life now.
You haven't
yes, the
started?
work. Yeah.
But I've seen you doing work in Kibera community. What do you mean?
Yes. Yeah,
Come
okay.
on!
Okay.
Come on! This thing of not giving yourself credits for
Okay,
the thing.
okay. This is what we do in our free time. Like, I wouldn't say this is.
But it's social.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
social work. Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes.
Why do you put in work and not look at it as
Yes,
work?
because you know the German definition of work is you are employed and someone is paying you. So.
So this is one thing I learned from my mentor Salim.
Mhm.
Taking credits for the things you do.
Yes,
Appreciating and giving love. So I'm telling you, like, you've been doing the work and you guys are committed to doing. Just recently I saw you and your family going to the slum and
Yes.
supporting
Yeah.
those. So that's social work.
Exactly.
Yes,
And
yes.
you
Okay, so I'm doing so.
take credit. Yeah, so having worked in Kibera, what are some of the social problems that you feel like you would be interested to work around?
There are different social problems.
One of the priority ones that you...
Okay, I think education is very important.
Mhm.
Some kids, they don't have access to good education.
Mm.
They don't have access to good schools, and also like non-formal education. It's important. Like, for example, sexual education. People.
Yes! Oh, I was waiting for that. But it's
Yes.
good that education is your priority
Yes.
because it's, you know, it's like an...
Education is
It
a big,
happens a
big
lot. Yeah,
topic.
yeah.
Like, you know, you find education in school, but that's not the only thing. You need your parents to educate you, your friends. Like, education is everywhere, but I feel like there's a lack of education in slum areas. And
Yeah.
parents, they are supposed to talk more with their kids about sexual activities, how you can protect yourself, and how you...
Sex education.
Yes.
Sex education. For me, that's an area of interest.
Mhm.
When you did it as a pilot program with my program, a lot of parents were really
Mhm.
not receptive of it. But when we did it and we called the parents, I did like a short play, and the parents really understood, and then they were like, hey, we thought you were going to teach our kids how to have sex. When did you learn about sex and from whom? Your first time?
My first time in school, I think.
Not sex, the action, but...
In school, I think.
Okay, what do you remember about it? How old were you then? Or what class were you in?
I think I was around 10 or...
So sex at 10, sex at 6, sex education at 10, not sex. Sex education at 10, sex education at 6. And so you were talking about, you know, integrating this to community service or your social work in the slum. And I think it's really important. I wonder if you really gotten an idea of how the Kibera community or the Islam community looks at sex education at large?
Yeah, I think most of, like, especially the older generations, they are scared of this topic. They don't want to talk about it, like in not in an educational way, but also not in a private way. Like, it's just a taboo. Like, they're not talking about it. And I think it's important that you talk about it in school, that you can talk with your parents, that you can talk with your friends. I think it should be a topic you can talk about in general.
It's true.
Yeah. So now, you know, the thing is, in the slum, Vin, how did you learn to, you know, engage in intercourse? Did anyone talk to you about it?
Yes, I mean, for me, I can say I learned this in school. My teachers in school were talking about this, so
They taught you about the
taught
intercourse, the act itself.
No.
So
I was like,
how
which
did you
school
know,
is this?
How
Yeah.
did you know how to do it?
Yeah.
Huh?
How did you
How
know how
did
to
you
do
know
it?
how to?
I just knew to do this.
It's stupid.
No
okay.
one ever told you.
Yes, no one ever told me like how sex is being done. Like, okay, I have friends who are talking about this, and like it's
I
something.
don't know. Don't keep telling me. I know. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's something people talk about, like, and I was like,
Trying.
yeah, like, I'm in my bed, I'm like,
You're doing
No.
that to your bed.
no. It's just something people have been talking about, and then I'm trying to.
You got to
The surrounding I was, with, so it's and where I grew up, like, they always used to have this kind of parties and things. So you see adults doing this, like they're
You've been
they're
seeing
dancing, not
adults-
having sex, but they're like doing this movement, and
Kanungo.
Kanungo and
Kanungo is the worst.
So
Like they're all the
you
worst.
just make this up on your mind.
There's something at the
yes,
waist there.
exactly. No, yes,
Because they hold the waist, you're like,
yeah,
there's
exactly.
something,
I was
there
like,
must
no.
be something here.
It's not like my teachers are
Lynn, how
telling me,
did
have
you
to
know
do
about
this.
intercourse?
So first of all, I know in schools they've been teaching us how it's done. I think we've been seeing like documentaries. The teacher was explaining us.
What level was this?
I'm not sure. Like it happened again and again and again. It wasn't happening once.
Okay.
It was happening in primary school on that level. Then it was on another level in high school. And I remember even there was I think I was like I was in 10th grade or 9th. So I was around, like, let's say 13, 14 years. And we've been going to this place and they've been talking a lot about it, and we've been even getting some dildos. We've been learning how to put a condom and everything.
So like proper self-education.
Yes, and
Okay.
like
That's nice.
I remember a lot of, like, in primary we had plays about this topic. Then we've been watching movies about it. We've been trying to put a condom. Like, we've been having a lot of different ways to learn about it, and and my parents as well. They are so open-minded. Like, they've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the thing. According to me, my parents couldn't sit with me and tell me like you have to do it.
I mean, no parent was really doing that. I
Yes.
remember my grandpa taught me about sex though.
Ah, that's great.
Yeah, and he taught me a lot of things. He taught me where to touch a lady, how to touch a lady. But this was against my mom's knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing it secretly because I was his favorite grandson.
Oh.
So we would go, but the first time I learned about sex, I don't know why we never went through this, but they used to have no phones, no laptops, no computers. They used to have video shops.
Here.
Yes, around the hood. and then there was a session where they would close the door. And it's a bad thing. Now I look at it and I think about it, and then they would play porn.
Yeah. But porn is not the reality
Exactly,
of having sex.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So that is how I saw like how a woman and a man engages.
But porn is a difficult topic because it makes young people think this is how sex is supposed
The reality
to be,
of sex
but
is
it's not like this.
right. And the funny thing, it was accessible. You would pay 5 shillings, and they would lock you inside from outside, so nobody would know. And there were little kids. I don't know if you never went to videos.
No.
You never watched
I
Commando?
went and watched some movies. Yes, I've watched some movies with these things. Of course, I learned a bit from movies as well. But these I've never. But I was paying to watch movies, Indian movies.
Yeah, if you are young, they would send you away, but they used
Yes.
to do that. So the first
Yeah,
experience I
well-
got was actually my cousin paid for me, and we were locked inside. And I was really scared because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And then boom, today. Yeah, it's a sad reality, especially that it's a grown-up who was managing this whole thing, and there were kids. We were young kids, and we were locked inside there.
It shouldn't be. It
Yes.
shouldn't be possible.
So then I left there with that notion. I was brought up in a really Christian family. I really felt like it wasn't right, but my cousin was always like, let's go watch. You know. And then I think there was a point where I transitioned from Nairobi to the village, and that's where I cut ties with that. And then that's where now, because I think I was around in class 7, class 8, that's when I started getting education from my grandpa. Yeah, because we were free and open, and then he was like, don't do this to a woman, don't do this to a woman, yeah. Always look at a woman like this, don't treat a woman like this, you know. So I got a lot from my grandparents, other than, because I feel like that first version of how a woman and a man engages and it's porn really polluted my mind and how I looked at a woman. And then there was this transition of my grandpa giving me a different version of how sex and a woman or a relationship between a man and woman should be.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were talking sexual. It's a very sensitive topic, and it's a super topic that you realize how the energy changed when we were talking about this. Yeah, I think because for me, sex education is very important because sex causes a lot of harm in the community, like especially a community that is crowded together.
Teenage
like
mothers.
this. Yes, you know.
Diseases,
infections,
a lot of weird things.
You know, yeah. So I think it's very important for these things to be talked about, so that young people grow up and they are mindful and they have the knowledge about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, now, so talking inspiration, you guys just started a YouTube channel, and within 1 month, you are hitting 1K subscribers. That's really good.
Yes, we are about to hit 1K subscribers, and I'm really surprised and I'm happy. Like, it's working. Like, we haven't experienced this support, and we're really happy for our support. Yes, for the community.
It wasn't our expectation. Like, it just happened, and I'm so proud. Thank you guys if you're watching and you're our big fan. Big shout out to you, and don't forget to subscribe on Victor's with Vic.
Victor, yes, and then now this part is an interesting part, but I've seen you guys do videos. I see a lot of research that you do, how much you spend your time on your phones, like monitoring and also posting and being consistent. What is it that you tell somebody who was a Vinn 2 months ago who hadn't started, who was a Leni 2 months ago who hadn't started and is thinking of starting?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to actually start.
Start.
Yes, because this is the hardest step. Just start, believe in yourself, and you can do it.
Yes, you can do it. Believe in yourself. Keep working, and it will work.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
I had so much fun being with you guys.
Same.
All the best in your videos and all the endeavors. Safari Njema, danke. See you guys in the next video.
See you.
Victors with Victor. Ciao.
Bye.
Post.